We can trust God in any circumstance we encounter with the assurance found in these three words: God's got this. We can overcome, we can have victory, we can believe in deliverance, we can believe in healing, we can believe that we can overcome in any situation as long as we know God's got this. Is there anything that I ever go through that God don't know about? The answer is a resounding no. Is there any situation I ever find myself in that God's not aware of? The answer is a resounding no. Is there any sickness that God can't heal me of? The answer is a resounding no. Is there any situation that my marriage or my family or my finances can find ourselves in that God can't fix? And the answer is a resounding no. Is anything too hard for God? No. In Psalm chapter 46 and verse number 1, the psalmist David wrote, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. I've told you this before, but it bears repeating. The only time and place in your entire Bible that God promises to be a present help is when we're in trouble. He said, I'm going to be a very present help. I'm not going to be a casually present help. I'm not going to be a spotty present help. I'm not going to be here and there, here a little, there a little present help. He said, I'm going to be a very present help in the time of trouble. We don't ever have to be afraid of times of trouble because we know that He is a present help. I've come to tell Bible World and every person watching today that God is on our side, that God is with us. I've come to tell everybody today, you're not going to go through this alone. It may last a week or two. It may last a month or two. It don't matter how long it lasts. We're not going through it by ourselves. We got Him with us. He's a very present help in trouble. He is with us. He's on our side. He's fighting our battle. He is our protector. He is our shield. He is our buckler. He is the hedge that's around us. God's got this.
When the enemy is trying to come at you, guess what? We're guarded by God's power through faith. And so it's like we're in a bunker and it's not going to touch us. Why? Because God's got you. God's got you. When you put your hope in Him, He's got you. Your hope will not fade away. It's not going to go away in the storms of life. Because the truth is, the object of your hope determines the strength of your hope. And likewise, we are unstoppable, church. We are unstoppable because we are a people of hope. And a people of hope flourish in the face of any difficulties.
The prophet Isaiah wrote at a time when there were many dangers for the people of God. Many people who would destroy God's people. Many people that literally sought the ruin of the people of God. And it is in this setting that Isaiah wrote to the people of God, and I'm going to call it a message from God. It wasn't Isaiah speaking, it was God speaking. In Isaiah 41 and 10, and I'll read from the Message version of the Bible. Isaiah 41 and 10, it says, don't panic. I am with you. There's no need to fear, for I'm your God. I'll give you strength. I'll help you. I'll hold you steady. Keep a firm grip on you. God said, don't panic. Why, God? How, God? I'm with you. Don't panic. I'm with you. We have a New Testament story of Jesus asleep in the bow of the ship. And a great storm came up, and the apostles trying to fight against that storm, and it looked like absolute ruin of their ship and loss of life, and they throw everything they could overboard. It's all lost in the sea. They're doing all they know to do. They batten down the hatches and bring down the sails and everything they knew to do as fishermen and men that worked on the sea, and yet it looked like the ship would be destroyed. And the Bible said they went down into the bow of the ship, and they said to him, hold on, the most absurd statement written in the Bible, Master, carest thou not that we perish? The Bible said pretty specific. He's asleep on a pillow in the bow of a ship. Now here's what I want to tell you that those disciples should have understood. This ship can't go down if he's on board. And we ought to be calm if he's asleep on a pillow. And God said to you and me, don't panic. I'm with you. Understand, I'm in the bow of the ship. I'm on board. This ship isn't going down. I'm with you. We got to be careful, folks, that we don't over-respond with panic. That doesn't mean there's not a real problem, but people of God are supposed to respond with faith. We're not supposed to respond with panic. We're supposed to respond with our belief in God, a declaration that we believe He's got this and that He's going to work it all out. And we don't have to panic because we realize He is with us. He's with us. That's all we've got to know. Don't panic. I'm with you. And then He went on and said, don't fear. And He gave us 5 reasons why we don't have to fear. Number 1, He said, I'm your God. Number 2, I'll give you strength. Number 3, I'll help you. Number 4, He said, I'll hold you steady. And number 5, He said, I'll keep a firm grip on you. Not going to lose you. You're not going to be lost in this. God said, I got a hold of you.
The Bible says that in Proverbs 3, that we are to lean not to our own understanding, but with all of your heart and mind, you are to trust in God. He will guide your path if you turn your situation that you have over to Him. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding. Wow. Somebody right now has been trying to figure something out, and you haven't been very joyful. Well, why not just tell God, you know what I don't know, and I trust you enough to believe that the outcome of this is going to be very good. 1 Corinthians 2:2, Paul said, and I love this, for I have resolved to know nothing when I was among you except Christ and Him crucified. Wow. If we could just be satisfied with, I don't know the answer to all these other things. I don't know what all is going to happen in the world. I don't know when Jesus is coming back. I don't know what I'm going to do about my financial situation. But I know the one who does know, Jesus knows, and I'm going to be satisfied to know Him.